You could be ordered to die today, and if you are, you will not hesitate. Long before sunrise, your eyes open. A samurai never wastes the morning. You rise in silence from your simple sleeping mat on the floor. Your room is nearly empty. A true warrior needs almost nothing. You kneel and bow toward the rising sun, beginning the day with discipline. First, you wash and carefully arrange your hair into the top knot. Every detail matters. Your appearance reflects your honor. You dress in your kimono, each fold deliberate and precise. Then comes the most sacred act. You take up your swords. The katana and the wakizashi, together they are called the daisho. Your sword is not just a weapon, it is said to hold your very soul. You slide the blades into your belt. You are now fully a samurai. You eat a simple breakfast, rice, fish, and miso soup. You eat slowly and mindfully, grateful for every grain of rice. For a samurai, even eating is a discipline, done with full attention. After breakfast, you head to the training grounds. Your day of discipline truly begins. You begin with your wooden practice sword, the bokken. You swing it thousands of times until the motion becomes part of you. Every cut must be perfect, speed, angle, and breath in harmony. Your muscles burn, but you do not stop. Pain is your teacher. Then you practice with the real katana, its edge sharp as a whisper. You practice the draw, the iaido, striking in a single fluid motion. A true master can draw, strike, and sheath faster than the eye can see. But the sword is only half of your training. The other half is your mind. You sit in silent meditation, calming your thoughts completely. A clear mind is a warrior's greatest weapon. Fear must never rule you. You study the way of bushido, the strict code of the warrior. Loyalty, honor, courage, and self-control guide every choice you make. You also train in archery and horsemanship, for a samurai must master all. By late morning, your body aches, but your spirit is sharp and ready. A samurai does not live for himself. You serve a lord, your daimyo. Your loyalty to him is absolute, stronger even than your fear of death. You report to his castle, ready to carry out any command. The castle is a fortress of wood and stone, towering over the land. Inside, other samurai gather, each sworn to the same lord. You kneel and bow low as your lord enters the room. Today, your duty is to guard the castle and patrol his lands. You walk the grounds, alert and watchful, protecting all you have sworn to defend. A samurai must always be ready, for danger can come at any moment. You settle disputes among the villagers who live under your lord's protection. The common people bow as you pass, treating you with deep respect. You are among the highest class in the land, above farmers and merchants. But with this honor comes a heavy responsibility you can never set down. You must protect the weak, uphold justice, and never bring shame to your name. For a samurai, honor is worth more than life itself. Then, without warning, a messenger arrives. War has come. A rival lord has crossed into your domain. Your lord calls his warriors. You feel no fear. You have trained your whole life for this moment. You return to prepare the one thing you have not yet worn, your armor. You begin the long ritual of putting on your samurai armor, piece by piece. Each plate is lacquered and laced, light enough to move, strong enough to protect. You tie on the shoulder guards and the chest plate with practiced hands. Finally, you place the fearsome helmet upon your head. Some helmets bear terrifying masks, meant to strike fear into the enemy. You look upon yourself, transformed into a warrior of legend. You mount your horse, your armor gleaming in the sunlight. You ride out to join your fellow samurai, a mighty army assembling. Colorful banners snap in the wind above the gathered warriors. Your lord rides before you, and the army roars in loyalty. Then, as one, you march toward the battlefield and toward destiny. You reach the battlefield. Across the plain, the enemy army waits. Thousands of warriors stand ready, banners rippling in the tense silence. By tradition, a samurai may step forward and call out his name and lineage. He challenges a worthy enemy to single, honorable combat. Then the war drums thunder and the armies charge. The battlefield erupts into chaos, steel ringing against steel. You fight with everything your years of training gave you. Every strike is precise, every movement flows like water. An enemy samurai singles you out, a true test of your skill. You face each other, blades ready, the battle raging around you. For a moment, the world falls silent, only you and your opponent remain. Then you strike, faster and truer than he could react. He falls, you show respect, for he too died with honor. The battle rages on for hours, brutal and unforgiving. At last, the enemy breaks and flees. The day is won. As the dust settles, you look across the battlefield in silence. Victory has come, but at a heavy cost. Many of your fellow samurai did not survive the day. You honor the fallen, for they died with courage and loyalty. In your world, to die in battle for your lord is the highest honor. You clean your blade carefully, a ritual of respect for your sword. The sword that protected your life must never be neglected. You gather with the surviving warriors as the sun begins to set. Together, you begin the long ride back to your lord's castle. When you arrive, your lord greets his victorious warriors with pride. You kneel before him and report the outcome of the battle. Your loyalty and courage have brought honor to your name. That night, the survivors share a quiet meal together. There is no wild celebration, only solemn gratitude for survival. You think of the friends you lost and the fragile nature of life. To understand the samurai, you must understand what he fears most, not death, but dishonor. For a samurai, a life without honor is worse than death. This belief is the heart of bushido, the way of the warrior. If a samurai brought great shame upon himself, there was one final act. A ritual to restore his honor, known as seppuku. It was a choice made with great courage, to die with honor intact. This act shows how deeply the samurai valued honor above all else. To us today, it may seem extreme, but in his world, it made perfect sense. Every part of a samurai's life was shaped by discipline and meaning. He practiced calligraphy, poetry, and the tea ceremony. A true warrior was expected to be cultured, not merely a killer. He sought balance between the sword and the arts, between war and peace. This harmony was the mark of a truly great samurai. He aimed to live each day fully, aware that it could be his last. Like the cherry blossom, a samurai's life was beautiful and brief. The samurai stood at the very top of Japan's social order. Below them were the farmers, the craftsmen, and the merchants. Only the samurai were permitted to carry two swords. The daisho was a symbol of their rank, forbidden to all others. Their swords were forged by master smiths over many weeks. Each blade was folded thousands of times, creating legendary steel. A samurai's sword could be worth more than an entire village. These swords were passed down through generations as sacred treasures. The samurai also mastered the bow, the spear, and the naginata. They were complete warriors, deadly with any weapon in their hands. Yet they were also poets, artists, and philosophers. Their culture valued both strength and beauty, discipline and grace. For nearly 700 years, the samurai shaped the soul of Japan. Their code of honor still influences Japanese culture to this day. They became a legend that would echo across the entire world. As night falls, you return to your quarters, weary from the long day. You carefully remove your armor, piece by piece. You place your swords on their stand, treating them with quiet reverence. You kneel in silence, reflecting on the day that has passed. You think of the battle, the lives lost, and the honor upheld. Tomorrow may bring peace, or it may bring war once more. But whatever comes, you will face it with the same discipline and honor. This was a single day in the life of a samurai. A life of discipline, loyalty, and unshakable honor. A life lived always in the shadow of death, yet never ruled by fear. The age of the samurai lasted for nearly 7 centuries. But as the world changed, their time slowly came to an end. When guns and modern armies arrived, the age of the sword faded. The last samurai laid down their swords over a century ago. But their spirit never truly died. Their code of honor still inspires people around the world today. Their stories fill our books, our films, and our imaginations. The samurai became one of history's most iconic warriors. They remind us of the power of discipline, honor, and inner strength. That true strength comes not from the sword, but from the spirit. So the next time you see a samurai in a story, remember, behind the armor was a real person bound by honor and duty. A person who lived every single day as if it were his last. A person who found beauty in discipline and peace in duty. That was the true way of the warrior. A path of steel, spirit, and unwavering honor. The way of the samurai still speaks to us across the centuries, teaching us to live with purpose, courage, and grace. For the spirit of the samurai will never be forgotten. If you enjoyed stepping into history, subscribe for more unforgettable journeys into the past.